bring back our panel, Jamal Simmons, Jackie Kucinich, Phil Musser. I want to quickly talk about what the Obama Justice Department did. They ruled the voter ID law in Texas. Basically, they ruled to block it, Jamal. This has been one of these base arguments. Base of the Democratic Party gets fired up about these voter ID laws. Base of the Republican Party, same, obviously for very different reasons. Is there validity that these voter ID laws are going to keep people from the polls?
Sure. For instance, I think in Texas, particularly, there's a question about Latino voters. In South Carolina, this came up before. There's a question particularly about older African-American voters. If you're 80 years old, maybe you weren't born in a hospital, you may not have your birth certificate, you don't drive anymore, you may not have a government ID that's valid. Right. So trying to get those folks up to par and get them back into is a pretty big deal.
And Phil, the opposite question. It does seem as if there are a lot of these Republican state legislatures that are looking for a solution to a problem that does not exist, which is this idea of massive voter fraud.
Well, no, I don't know that the premise of that question would be something that most people would accept. And this is a bipartisan issue. There have been Republican legislatures, Democratic legislatures that have taken on this issue. It's an issue of federalism and states' rights, right? And on one level, but it's a basic level of fairness.
But this would be an assumption that there is a problem. And the thing is that there is no statistical proof that there's somehow this voter fraud, but people are showing up to the polls that, have questions.
Well, I think if you peel back a lot of different elections over the last several cycles, there are enormous instances of, questionable voter activity and voter fraud. So this is not driven by some kind of partisan ideological witch hunt. It's trying to level set a baseline standard for what's fair and what should be legitimate and legal. It's not trying to disenfranchise voters.
And yet, Jackie, give me your. I know you're stuck in the middle. You're stuck in the middle very quickly, and I got to go very quickly on this issue. I mean, it does seem to be polarizing.
It is a polarizing issue. It's in 2 southern states.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
One number. George Bush got 41% of the Latino vote. Yeah. McCain got 31%. The Republican candidates are now at 14.
Yeah, this is an issue. All right, very quickly. Shameless plug. You claim to have a good one, so I'll let you go last. Jackie, go.
Go Bucks. March Madness.
March Madness. We'll see. I got him out in the 16. Go.
8-year-old niece, George Washington Carver presentation this week. Nailed it.
Awesome. That's good stuff. All right, awesome.
Shameless plug. Political fundraisers out there. Intuit Go payment system. Into your smartphone. Swipe your card. Take your transaction.
Wow. And I got to stop him. Holy cow. That's it for this edition of the Daily Rundown. Our iPhones, our credit card apps.